Let's get nuts, everybody! What's happening? Welcome to Film Junkie Live on your Monday. How you doing? Hopefully you guys are doing good. Welcome to Film Junkie Live. Hopefully this week is normal. Let's have a normal week this week, huh? Make sure you hit that like thumbs up. I'm already messing up. That like thumbs up button. The like thumbs up button. Share, subscribe, do all that stuff, guys. How we doing? Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Let's see who's out there. And we got Wally right here. And now you got to include the crazy news that Chris Evans is back in Doomsday. No, I'm not making this up. Look at all the major outlets. Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that. Yes, I don't know if it's like a shock to anybody, but yeah, that definitely is a thing that's happening. What's going on, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. Next time you know, some fan walks up to you, Dave, thinking you're Zack Snyder. Highly doubt that unless they don't know what Zack Snyder looks like, but hey. What's going on, Music Man? Good to see ya. Cherry guys and gals and Creature Commandos is really good. All right. Yep, I enjoyed the first two episodes. What's going on, Travis? Been a while since I've seen you out there in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Travis, if you notice, like in his profile pic, he's got a pretty awesome jacket full of all kinds of cool little patches. Yo, what's going on, Indiana Jake? Good to see you, buddy. We got Fear Jason right here, too. What is happening, sir? Oh, what's going on, RJ? Happy to see you. Let's see. Turn that off. Turn that off. What's going on, JD McRae? Sunday, Monday, I can't complain. It's freaking Monday, but it's the end of Monday. That's all that matters. What's going on, Axel? Good to see you. Yeah, I know, we haven't had a normal week in a little bit. Hopefully this will be a normal week because, prior to my sickish week, where I just like, blah, you can still hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm not fully over it, but, the worst of it, of course, is, long past. But, then, of course, Thanksgiving last week, and then, of course, we're going to have, like, Christmas coming up, so it's going to be some crazy weeks and everything. What's going on, Mr. Chris Balga? Good evening, day. I'm still fighting this cold from Friday. Yeah, see? It's going around. It's like all of a sudden, like, Thanksgiving happened, and then all of a sudden it was just like people just started just getting, and it seems like it's just like a really bad head cold that's just floating around out there. So are we getting Hydra Cap team up with Dr. Doom and maybe get some Steve Rogers as an alternate superhero identity? Nomad, yeah. I forgot about Nomad. I remember hearing that suggestion like a while back and everything, so. Where's the trailer? Give it to me now! Seriously. Yep. All good. Like I said, it was just like a stupid head cold. I mean, it put me on my ass for a little bit, but not really all that much. Didn't miss work. But that's the beauty part about working from home. Is the fact that, I can work. I don't have to work. As long as my boss knows, I'll be like, hey, I'm only going to work a couple hours or a few hours, and then I'll make up for it the rest of the week. And that's exactly what I did. So, and then, of course, I don't have to make anybody else sick, too. So, for sure. So hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I know who didn't have a good weekend. Jay-Z. Oh, who would have thunk it, right? Good old Jay-Z getting accused of, doing some bad things with Diddy. I don't think anybody's really shocked by that. That was just all the news that came out about that. I'm surprised it took this long. But, yeah, that's looking pretty ugly because he already responded, if you saw that. But that's what we're all just kind of waiting for. We're waiting for the Diddy list, the Epstein list. I mean, pretty much they go hand in hand, right? So there's going to be more. There's definitely going to be more. So I tell you what. So anyways, guys. But, yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed. We'll go ahead and dive into some tweets here. Diving some tweets. All right, so let's hear it, guys. Let's hear it. We didn't really talk about it because I think this was like it was a week ago. This is a week ago, and we didn't really even talk about it on the Vodka stream. I think maybe we kind of did. I don't know. Sometimes, hey, guess what? I do some drinking on the Vodka stream. Sometimes I forget, but how we feeling about the trailer? Oh boy.
This was my father's kingdom.
So obviously the Snow White trailer came about last week, and yeah, it looks bad. It looks bad. I mean, it could probably still be halfway decent, but I don't know. It looks like a fake movie. Like it doesn't look like it's real. But and the dwarves still look horrible, and yeah, it still just doesn't look like anything that I actually want to see. There's nothing that is driving me to want to see it. But Dave, it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for 9-year-olds. Yes, I get that. But again, they're spending like 300 million plus on something like this. It doesn't look all that great. I don't know. To me, I'm just kind of going like, where's the money going when it comes to this stuff? So it just seems like I'm just kind of curious of there's my best friend right there, Miss Zegler. Belting out. She could sing. She's got talent. Don't get me wrong. And then of course you got this awful poster. Holy blah. Just absolutely just bad poster right here. My God. Just horrible looking poster. So I don't know. I just saw the poster. I'm like, just doesn't look real. It's like, all right, you put Gal Gadot right there, all right, and even I don't know. It just everything about this movie is just going, nope. I just don't plan on seeing it. I really don't. So what are you gonna do? Hey, what are you gonna do? It's Disney being Disney. That's all. Just Disney being freaking Disney. And maybe they're gonna start pulling back on some of these live action movies now. I don't know. I think Mufasa's gonna get defeated by Sonic. I'm gonna go see Sonic. I have no plans to see Mufasa. I have no desire to see Mufasa. I saw The Lion King, but I didn't see this. And then poor Barry Keoghan. That's right, guys. Poor Barry Keoghan. Well, a little bit. I mean, who knows the details when it comes to all this, but I'm sure you guys saw this, right? You guys saw that he and Sabrina Carpenter, they decided to take a break. Reported by People. That's right. Aww! Who saw that coming? I think everybody did, because it was like, all right, yeah, what... Doesn't she just... she seems like one that she's not going to be able to get... Nobody's going to be able to strap her down. Well, not in the way that, maybe in the literal sense. She seems like she's a little freaky, but I'm just saying, like, in the sense of, like, someone's going to, she's actually going to settle with somebody. I don't think that's going to quite happen with her quite yet. She's fairly young, fairly provocative, for damn sure. But then, what happened, too, when it came to Barry Keoghan, I don't know if you guys saw it, and it's kind of one thing for sure. Okay, so we have our little discourse, and obviously nerd fandom can be really terrible, can be absolutely terrible, but my God, Barry Keoghan had to deactivate his Instagram because he was getting so much crap sent over to him because it was alleged that he cheated on her. So obviously when it comes to that, you want to talk about some rabid fans? Don't even think about any of the nerd fandom. No. Fans of these pop queens, they're on a different level, guys. They are on a different level. So, and then he posted something on Twitter and essentially just like said like, hey, it's one thing to send me shit online, but people were showing up they were outside his grandmother's house where he takes his son because she watches him when of course he's working and stuff. Sick, gross. So yeah, tell you, man. I tell you, Pop Queen fans, woo, buddy. Same thing happened. I mean, remember when Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, he made a little joke. He's made a little jab at Taylor Swift. And man, I remember seeing like the people try to drag him. And this, of course, was before a little secret came out of his, which, it wasn't all that great. But, I mean, he was saying that, I guess before when he made a jab towards Taylor Swift, his daughter, who's also a singer, was receiving so many death threats. It was ridiculous. Like, what the fuck, man? Just crazy. Just pure craziness. You just hate to hear that crap. But, what could you do? And it's funny because we have the Monday Night Football game happening right now with the Bengals and the Cowboys, and the quarterback of the Bengals is Joe Burrow. And guess what? Joe Burrow says he bought the Tumbler Batmobile from the Dark Knight trilogy. And of course, $3 million, fully functional, but not street legal. That's right. Look at that. So he owns one of these bad boys. They have to let him drive into a game one of these Sundays, especially if they make it to the playoffs. If the Bengals somehow make it to the playoffs, which I don't think they're going to, but they have to allow him to drive up one of these days, right? Come on. Come on. Why not? I think they should allow him to do that. I think they should. Hey, what's going on, Rhea? Good to see you. Good to see you out there. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. But yeah, they should really allow him to do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then, guys, okay, so obviously last week was, sucked because of the bug that was attacking my face and everything like that I'm still slightly getting over with. But one thing I did want to talk about, and I'm going to talk about on Wednesday's show, I think it's going to be the main topic on Wednesday's show because I wanted it to be the main topic last Wednesday, but sadly that wasn't the case, was the whole Zack Snyder Wired interview where he talked about AI and everything. And then, of course, people read headlines and people, of course, when they see those two letters, AI, they immediately go, nope, I don't care. Nope, nope, nope. They just see that and they just refuse anything about it. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, you have headlines that make it sound, shitty, like this headline right here from IGN. Justice League and Rebel Moon director Zack Snyder has said filmmakers need to embrace the artificial intelligence instead of standing on the sidelines with your hands on your hips. And then, of course, there's a nice little community note right underneath it that says, this headline is misleading. In the article, Zack says it's important to understand what AI can and can't do, and ultimately, art created by humans is better. Gotta love that. That's what I love about community notes. But I want to dive into that interview as well as about a month ago, I think it was. Somebody else, speaking of Justice League, somebody else from that cast, Mr. Ben Affleck, also was on stage talking about AI and filmmaking. So I kind of just want to leave that for Wednesday, and I'm going to do a full-on discussion about that and everything. So, because I think people, it's funny. It's just one of those things where it's hey, it's here, and hey, you can't just fully run and just squash it and squash anybody who that doesn't, that you can't just get upset with certain people just because they're going, well, we have to embrace it because you do. I mean, no matter what, it's always going to be a thing. It's just going to be a thing. Anyways, all right. So, and then we got, speaking of a director that kind of sucks, we got Taika Waititi right here. Taika Waititi on his reaction to fans saying he would ruin Thor with Thor Ragnarok before the film released. He's going to ruin it for everyone. Thor's so cool. And I said to them on Twitter, you don't know what you want until I give it to you. Yeah, Taika, understandable. But then you gave Love and Thunder right after that, and that was so much worse, where to the point where I didn't even like Ragnarok all that much, but then I go, you know what, Ragnarok, actually not that bad. It felt like a clear vision right there. But I don't know what the fuck was going on with Love and Thunder, because that just was like a Saturday Night Live sketch that wouldn't end. He's so arrogant, but, what do you expect? It's Taika. Hopefully he doesn't do Thor 5. Sorry, my nose is still just acting really shitty, but all good. I'll manage. All right, and we got all this. And I'm sure you guys saw this. So we got Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois obviously ended, and the CW has now officially, the CW, the DC TV on CW has officially come to an end. And, one of the things that was always the discourse and then of course anytime there's a new costume that gets revealed, everybody always goes, it's CW, it's CW, it's CW, because CW, sometimes their costumes weren't all that great, but sometimes they were pretty good. They're not bad. There's some good costumes, maybe less than there are bad ones, but they had this unused cyborg costume posted by the actor himself. I forgot his name right now, but check this out. Look at that. Look at that cyborg costume right there. That is actually not too shabby. That actually looks pretty decent right there. With the cape and everything, got the S. I know sometimes the S looks a little wonky, but not too bad for a CW. Not too bad. Not too bad for a CW one. So, But that sucks that I was like, wow, everybody, I mean, you posted that, everybody's going like, holy shit. What did I say? I said cyborg, huh? Steel, not cyborg. Sorry. Whoops. I'm canceled. No, but it's cool. I just called Steel cyborg. Yeah, totally did. Yeah, well, what could he do? Super cyborg. There you go. Yeah. My bad. And then, of course, we have 28 years later. Make sure I say that right. Which, of course, is going to be from Danny Boyle again and written by Alex Garland. So that's going to be interesting. But we got the first poster for 28 years later. That's pretty cool. A bunch of skulls that are in that symbol that we know so well right there. And it says like time didn't heal anything. So cool little poster right there. And there was a little teaser that actually came about too. Where's it at? There's a teaser. There it is right here. So we also had a little teaser right here. Not really much, but it's a good little teaser. Yeah. Go ahead. You could exonerate me for calling Steel cyborg. Yeah. Cancel me. Yeah, I'll just do one of these right here. And then, of course, James Gunn. I haven't watched it yet. I thought about watching it over the weekend, but it is now officially on Max. You could watch the Superman doc, the Christopher Reeve doc. I haven't watched it yet. Hopefully, maybe this weekend, maybe not. I don't know. I'm pretty busy this weekend, but definitely going to check it out as soon as I can. So, soon as I can. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to, get all teary-eyed and choked up and everything because I know it's going to happen. I definitely know it's going to happen. All right, what else we got? We got other stuff, this stuff. Oh, we got this cool. Okay, so we got Ryan Reynolds and Andrew Garfield. They were paired together when it comes to the actor-on-actor for Variety. And, of course, talking about their roles and everything, talking about acting and talking about their recent movies. Specifically, of course, you got Deadpool and Wolverine. That was happening, and Ryan Reynolds actually brought up something good. And you could tell how much he loves the Deadpool character as well. He just likes to tell stories and see the reaction from fans when it comes to stories. But he brings up a really good point right here because after 3 movies with Deadpool, 3 Deadpool movies with him at the center of them, he now thinks that Deadpool moving forward should be a supporting character, and I actually agree with that.
I see Deadpool as a supporting character much more than he is a main, the center. We center him sometimes because they want, that's what they want. But you can't center him unless you take everything away from him. Right. You have to like create a situation where he's so much the underdog. Yeah. And I don't think I can do that again. So I think if he comes back, it's going to be in a someone else's movie. Channing Tatum, so excited to play Gambit, and I would happily be the fifth banana in his movie or anyone else's. I love the currency of, you did this in Spider-Man No Way Home so beautifully, where you're weaving like DNA strands, culture, and a cultural conversation with a narrative in a movie. And it's a very, like, the power of redemption is something that it's like being in an airplane trying to hit a bullseye in the Grand Canyon. Like, it's just a very difficult thing to, and you guys in that movie did it in such a way that I burst into tears, everybody burst into tears because you have all that cultural currency and cachet. Deadpool Wolverine, the best feelings I've ever had is sitting in Hall H at Comic-Con and watching Wesley Snipes cross the frame. And what's happening, and people are crying, there's some people wailing, and what's happening is that they realize in an instant, without maybe intellectualizing it this exact way, but that they desperately missed this person, but they didn't know they missed him.
Very well said right there from Mr. Reynolds. I really like that. So, you know, just the way that people react. And I like how what he said about Wesley Snipes right there at the end. It's like, oh yeah, it's like you forgot that, yeah, you forgot that you missed him, kind of thing. You know, and that's pretty cool. And I like how he talked about what Andrew did when he came back for No Way Home and everything. And but you could really tell that how much he loves the character. Where I don't think he wants Deadpool to overstay his welcome. Where it's like we did 3 movies and they were all successful, and now it's like, yeah, I don't think he could have like another movie. It's got to be somebody else's movie, and then he's a supporting character, which I think that's great. Honestly, I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. And then yes, guys, yes. Breaking news. I don't think this is really that breaking. I think everybody was kind of suspecting it was going to happen, but yes, according to the Wrap, Mr. Chris Evans is going to be returning for Avengers Doomsday, but it hasn't been disclosed what exact role is he playing. Is he doing a Captain America? Is he doing a Johnny Storm? Is he returning as him again? Even though we saw what happened to him, of course, in Deadpool and Wolverine. Who knows? But there's a lot of theories out there. There's some interesting theories, and I think one of the interesting ones that is going on out there, and I think somebody actually said it in the chat as well, is the fact that, well, you have Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom, so why not have, you know, Captain Hydra? Why not have like a Nomad situation? It almost seems like why not have a situation where we're going to have this Doomsday story, this big baddie story where maybe, just maybe, you have the villains looking like the Avengers? I don't know. There could be something with that. Like if Thor, like Chris Hemsworth obviously is going to be in it, but is he going to be Thor? Is he also going to be a different Thor? I mean, it seems like there's some interesting ideas that are happening when it comes to this. Like, I don't think he's going to come back as Johnny Storm, although still could be the case. But at the same time, I'm like, I think they, you know, having him killed off in Deadpool and Wolverine, spoiler alert, I think they should just leave that be. But, you know, for him to come back as like a Captain Hydra kind of thing, something, I don't know. But yeah, watch him play Red Skull or something like that. That'd be interesting if he was that. But I guess the cat's out of the bag. I don't know. It was reported on the Wrap, and it was by Scoopy Pants, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think we all are not shocked that he was going to be coming back. They probably have a big bag of money for him. So, and then here's some random shit that I don't know how to even process this or whatever the hell. But Jeremy Allen White is going to be joining, or he's going to be voicing a character in Mandalorian and Grogu. That's right. And apparently that character is going to be Jabba the Hutt's son. That's right. I forgot what his name is, but Jabba the Hutt's son, Jeremy. What? What the hell is this? I'm sorry, but that's just a little strange. I'm just kind of going, what are we doing here? I mean, I'm very much looking forward to Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but it's like, it seems a little odd they're choosing him to voice I don't know. I didn't even know Jabba the Hutt had a son because I'm not even like well versed in the animated Star Wars world. It's just crazy. So he's voicing that character, and I forgot what the name of the character is. I remember people were posting it, but I was like, I don't even know. I didn't realize that. I mean, it makes sense that he had a son, I guess, but Jesus, interesting. And then finally, to wrap up the tweets, we got Will Rios right here, who has got some awesome looking Superman art right here. And of course, we're all anxiously awaiting that trailer. And he kind of has what I like about this poster that he created right here, it's kind of got a little bit of, it's got a little Donner, it's got a little Snyder to it. And I like it. And it's a colorful looking poster. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that right there. So, I mean, obviously you could tell like what kind of reminds me of like the Snyder, obviously, with him just hovering above the world like that, looking at the sun. It looks like a similar shot to the resurrection scene, of course. But then, of course, you have like the spectrum kind of colors, the rainbow-y type colors that, you could kind of see when it comes to Superman, Donner Superman and everything like that. So just absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's got Lois. It's got Lex. Always love to show off some really awesome artwork that artists out there put out. You gotta love that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. How we doing? We doing good out there? It's Rhoda the Hutt. Rhoda the Hutt from Clone Wars Animated. His nickname is Stinky, given by Ahsoka. Oh, wow, that sounds great. Great. His nickname is Stinky. All right. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just, it is weird voice casting, but hey, whatever they got going for them, perfectly fine. Still looking forward to it. All right. Let's talk about some things. Now, we talked about on Friday's Vodka stream, we already talked about how, there's going to be additional photography in LA when it comes to Superman. Nothing to worry about, nothing to, obviously when the first reports came out, the reshoots label got put upon it, which is like never good. When you hear reshoots, you don't want to hear reshoots. Of course, there's going to be people that, there's already that loud side that was like literally celebrating that there's reshoots happening and everything like that instantly. And it was just like, wait a minute, the article says additional photography. And then, of course, James Gunn did say sort of, he said right here, I might as well just pull that up right there. So he said sort of, not a few days. We're doing a day and a half of pickup shots, no scenes, no reshoots, just a handful of individual shots to enhance the film. So nothing to worry about right there. And then, of course, obviously we're anxiously awaiting the trailer. Now, everybody keeps on picking, like, okay, when is it coming out? Is it going to be coming out right before Christmas? Some people think it's going to come out on Christmas. I think somebody tweeted me that. I don't know. The trailer, I mean, Superman came out when? On December 15th? There's supposed to be like a press event, apparently, right? There's there's information out there that a press event. Sorry, I was just like, wow. Yeah, they're talking about the football game. But there's supposed to be like some kind of press event where they're going to show the trailer and then after that they're going to release it or something like that, which is next week. So, I don't know. To me, it's like I was hearing some stuff that could possibly happen on the 15th, but I was like, that's a Sunday. That seems like a weird time, but I get the significance of that date. I don't know. But the last thing that James Gunn really talked about, it says, birthday is Tuesday. I adore Superman. I think I could get a peek of this trailer. And I love how he just answers just a random person in not too overly long, sure. What? What the hell did that mean? In not too overly long, sure. All right. Just say soon. Just say soon. Soon. We always like to hear that word soon. But I like it how James Gunn was like, no, I'm not going to say soon. I'm going to say in not too overly long, sure. Interesting response, but hey, no big deal. No big deal right there. And let's see here. All right, so yeah. And of course, we have Aaron Pierre right here. He's been, of course, Aaron Pierre is doing the Mufasa press junkets right now, so he, of course, is going to be asked about, naturally, Jon Stewart. And comicbook.com actually asked him about, about his new role. He said, I'm going to do my best to serve and honor and elevate in any way I can Jon Stewart and the Green Lantern Corps. Hopefully, I serve that and it resonates with me, which I'm sure he'll be all right. He'll be great. He'll be fine. He's good. We're excited. Everybody's excited. And let's see. I don't know why would apparently James Gunn was like debunking. I'm just looking over like some of the stuff I have here. James Gunn felt the need to debunk that there was going to be a third Batman. It's like, why? What? There's like people were thinking there's going to be not just Matt Reeves' Batman and Brave and the Bold Batman, but there's going to be another Batman. Maybe because people think that there's still going to be the Batfleck movie. Is that what that is? I didn't even look into that because I was like, that doesn't even make sense. But I'm guessing that would be the only other Batman is, because there's still people that are really pushing for that. It'd be awesome to get that Batfleck movie, but that doesn't feel like it's in the cards really at all. I know I see the hashtag still everywhere, but, But, and then, of course, we have, where's this right here? Opinion. Okay, so, where's that? So we have Tokyo. We have Tokyo Comic-Con that's happening right now. So CCXP, sadly, I mean, there was some things when we saw some merch, and I'll show that in a little bit here. Some of the merch that was shown at CCXP, which a lot of it's like, okay, that looks pretty cool. But we have Tokyo Comic-Con that's happening right now, and a big, huge standee with the Superman logo showed up, and there it is right there. There it is right there, looking pretty freaking awesome. I love the blue. I love the blue, and then, of course, the way that the logo looks with the shine, with the sheen to it, and the gold and everything. So that looks pretty cool. I see Aquaman is standing right behind there. You can see his quindent or whatever the hell you call that. And but yeah, somebody spotted that right there. So that looks pretty cool. Just a cool little standard logo, Superman 2025. Not too bad. Like I said, it's a sexy little. I don't know. Like it's been a process. Like at first I was like, oh, it's going with that logo. Okay. And then it's like, okay. Now I'm really just, especially the way it looks right there with that blue, my favorite color. And it looks pretty damn good. Looks gorgeous. Looking gorgeous, darling. And then we got this. I want this shirt, kinda. Maybe. I don't know. This looks pretty cool. I mean, this is very much an homage to the Donner logo-esque. But, it's basically the Superman-esque S that is like in a little crystal type of material, I guess you could say. And you could kind of get that font that's going on right there. And then, of course, this was spotted as well with the Daily Planet showing the two different shirts. This is at CCXP, of course. You get some pins and then, of course, some coffee mugs, which I wouldn't mind getting myself one of these coffee mugs. So these look pretty freaking cool too. They got the lines that are like in his costume, so not too shabby. Let's just hope that costume looks better, right? Anyways, I think it's gonna look just fine, hopefully. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it when it comes to Superman and DC news. Not too much craziness. I mean, we'll talk about a certain show that got nominated for Golden Globes in a little bit here, but yeah, that trailer is just on everybody's mind. I think it's just going to drop when nobody expects it. I don't know. It might just drop like, I don't know. I don't know when the perfect time. When is the perfect time to release a trailer, especially a very anticipated trailer? Would it be like a Monday? A Monday at like 9 o'clock Pacific time, noon Eastern Standard Time? Maybe Wednesday? Tuesday? I mean, I'm sure there's like analytics out there that they're probably crunching the numbers. They probably do that all the time, but I mean, it's generally like a trailer just gets released noon Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time, whatever you want to call it. It's usually noon and it's usually 9 o'clock my time, but then sometimes it's 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock my time, because sometimes I'm just getting up and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, there's a new trailer. So just kind of wondering, how they're gonna release that? Is there gonna be some kind of like special kind of thing that they're gonna do? I mean, they have that DC podcast now. I mean, they should do a whole breakdown, and hopefully they have James Gunn like zoom in or something like that. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't watched that DC podcast, but hopefully, I mean, I heard it was like it's fine, it's fine. But the only thing that I don't like. We talked about on the Vodka stream about the DC podcast, because obviously we were always spitballing that idea of, wow, DC should have their own like podcast. William talked about it, Sci-Fi Center 1. He talked about it a lot. I remember mentioning it before, and then we all had discussions about it. The only thing that I worry about when it comes to something like that is it's too overly produced, and that's where like people start going, because you start overly producing it. But apparently they're dropping like F-bombs and stuff like that. Like they're not holding back. They're not like censoring themselves. So I don't know if anybody's watched it out there. So we'll see. We shall see. Did you like the Creature first two? Yes, I enjoyed the first two episodes, Creature Commandos. I thought the second episode was better than the first, for sure. Release the Ayer cut. That's right. Not only did we get Creature Commandos, we also got a trending event that happened to be Release Ayer cut. Now, we talked about this, of course, on the Vox stream on Friday. I talked about it in the opening. It's kind of ranted a little bit, and we talked about it, of course, with the panel and everything. And I was like going, oh, shit. I was like, oh, this is cool. David Ayer's like posting some things. This is interesting. And then I was like, oh, there's a trending event. Oh, it's on the day that Creature Commandos is supposed to be coming out. And I kind of went, yeah, I don't know if that's exactly the best idea. Because, I mean, I can understand why fans put it right out there. Because, again, sometimes I just go like, well, and fans will be fans. And, obviously the ones that set it up want nothing to do with DC Studios, James Gunn, or anything that's happening with the DCU. But at the same time, I'm just kind of going like, yeah, but they hold the keys. Again, I just don't understand the mindset or the logic. I'm not saying that you have to like kiss their asses and praise everything, but I don't know. Just sometimes I just kind of go like, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. And then I have David Ayer, and David Ayer's like taking part. And I'm going, is this what you want to do, man? I mean, you know that they need some W's, and hopefully maybe like again next year with the 10-year anniversary, maybe there could be something right there. I don't know. And then, of course, I've been, people have, in my mentions, have said stuff like, yeah, well, we were also, yelling shit at Warner Brothers when Zack was doing his thing and all the release of Snyder Cut stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But at the same time, Warner Brothers had no idea what the hell they wanted to do. DC was kind of in shambles at the time. And then, of course, everything just like worked out in that time frame, because when COVID happened, lockdowns happened, all of a sudden you got like somebody like Jason Kylar, who's leading HBO Max, needing some content on a streaming service. And obviously when it comes to release of Snyder Cut and that hashtag, it just became like a cultural thing. It was like out there. It was mainstream. Now, I don't know how many people have said, release the so-and-so cut. You always hear about that. It is now out there. And that's what kind of sucks, because like I keep on saying is I just wish that maybe that David Ayer and Zack Snyder were in contact, where when he was pitching the Snyder Cut, he could have been like, hey, you have a double package here. You have a smaller movie that only needs about $5 million. We could slice $5, $6, $7 million. I'm not sure how much it needs. But if you could just slice a little bit of that pie, a little sliver, to go over to Ayer, and you could have a double feature. But then at the same time, maybe they didn't want to do that because they already had the Suicide Squad in pre-production. I don't know the whole logistics or the time frame by that, but it just sucks. I think there was just a missed opportunity right there, because it's just not the same now, because now they actually have DC Studios, a slate, and somebody running it. So it's like, I don't know if you want to poke that bear and ruin the chances where you're going to, I mean, it might get to the point where, I mean, if David Ayer is going to go rogue, I mean, yeah, go rogue by all means. Leave the fucking flash drive in a bathroom. That's what Zack said he was going to do at one point. He was joking around, but, he might have to just let somebody leak it online unfinished or something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of just wondering, like, the timing. Is the timing going to affect it or something like that? I don't know, but I guess we'll see. I mean, David Ayer hasn't been really posting about Creature Commandos, even though it's like right up his alley. But he did retweet about the Penguin, getting nominated and stuff. So, all right, let's look at some of the stuff right here. Some of the stuff that Ayer posted. He posted a lot of things, retweeted a lot of things. We'll just go through some of the stuff. And then, of course, there was, well, let's start with that, because, even though, like, yeah, I might not agree with, like, the timing of all this and every stuff like that, but at least it did get some word of mouth when it comes to getting an article for the Hollywood Reporter. David Ayer defends push for Suicide Squad director's cut. Judge once you have all the information. Oh, too many ads. Ayer, who did all that, blah, blah, blah. Hope my real film can be shared one day. Of course, he posted on X, on Twitter. I appreciate the continued support. So he basically just showing that first tweet. The best version simply has not been seen. Of course, we talked about that too. So it did land. It did, in fact, land in the Hollywood Reporter, which is good. You want some of that. You want some of that, which is fine. But let's see. So he posted a lot of things, especially tattoos. Tattoos were the big thing. Were definitely the big thing when it came to what he posted. So I think, yeah. So obviously the first round was these images right here. First he posted that. Then he posted in between takes with with Jared Leto. He posted this shot right here, Diablo showing his kids and pictures of his kids that I don't think we saw in the movie. I don't know if we saw this shot in the movie. And then, of course, the ending that we didn't see, where basically Harley walks away from Joker, as she does. So we had all that, and then scrolling, he retweeted that. If it and then I like what he said right here. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't, cool. It's just not that deep. I think you deserve to see it and then, judge it then. If it's not for you, all good. True. And I totally agree with that. If it's not for you, all good. Then, of course, we have Karen right here. Katana's back tattoo. So that looks pretty sweet. So we posted that on his stories. We had an alternate version of a Harley shirt that they were posting as well. Of course, we have some drawings right there from Alessandro. And what else you got? More scroll. And we got his wife also posting some images, some behind the scenes, property of Joker, Puddin' Freaky style. So that's pretty cool. Even his wife got involved with it, so, she was having fun with it as well. And then even Screen Rant posted, do you want to see the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad? So, I mean, at least some, the publications were actually taking notice. And then he even, just to show some, I mean, this is interesting right here because obviously this is one of the filmmakers for the Wile E. Coyote movie. He decided to quote tweet him, and this is from over a year ago. And David Ayer said, I can't imagine what you've gone through. I've heard your film was amazing. It's an odd business. Few understand the resilience it takes to survive it. And that's very true. Few do understand. So he did retweet that. And let's see. And then, of course, people posting, all kinds of things. Remember when they did the tattoos? Fun stuff. The squad tattoos. I wonder if any of them are regretting it now. Probably not. But yeah, retweeting people still talking about it. Not too much. And there you go. Look at that back tattoo. My God. Jesus. So yeah, I don't think we didn't really see the back tattoo when it came to Jared Leto's Joker. Obviously, pulled straight out of that shot that everybody was always posting when it came to Joker with tattoos, who had a dragon also on this back tattoo. But yeah, he also had a pretty crazy little back tattoo. Yeah, and turns out Batman actually has a back tattoo, right? Ben Affleck's back tattoo. But yeah, there you go. So, and then of course, when it came to the training event, we have the results from that training event, and it did fairly well. I don't know, what if it's gonna do. It's definitely not Snyder cut numbers and stuff like that, but it's something. We had results of trending. The actual hashtag at over 50K, and then of course the engagement was over 210K. So, not too shabby. Like I said, it's just a different. It's just different now. It's just different. It doesn't have the same backing behind it as the Snyder Cut did. It was such a phenomenal thing that just happened right there. And like I said, I just wish that it was just it was a package deal, because then we could just be not even worried about this. Both Zack and David would have got their movies out, and it all could have just been really just put to rest and everything like that. Of course, there's naturally always going to be those fans that are going to request more movies. And I know some people out there, there were some people in my mentions that are like, no, if they do it, that means the fans are going to ask for more and more. I'm like, it's already happening. It's already happening, dude. A lot of us just want to see this, and that's it. We're not asking for more. Yeah, there's the crazies that have a whole slate that they want. We know that's not going to happen. We just want this to happen because the movie is essential. It just needs VFX work. That's it. I mean, that's the thing. That it's in the can. No additional photography, no reshoots, no nothing. Just VFX work, some audio work, some sound work. That's all it needs. That's all it needs, and hopefully, we could get it soon. I just worry about that timing, and hopefully, David Ayer's not going to have to go rogue, if he did go rogue. I just hope not. But he did retweet Gunn earlier, so I'm like, okay, that's good. I guess that's good. Anyways, there we go. But Glad it trended. Glad we got to see some more some shit out of there. So, all right, who went to the movies this weekend? Obviously, it's just the same movies that are leading the box office, big time. So obviously, we had that werewolves movie that came out this weekend, that Y2K movie, and they didn't really do all that well. Small movies. I don't think anybody expected them to do it, but we got Kraven the Hunter. That's coming out this weekend. You already know that's going to blow up the box office, right? Okay. But here's the box office results right here. Sorry, still got the sniffles. Moana had a 63.3% drop. Whoa! Seems like a lot, but it's still killing it. But yeah, it made $51.3 million of the weekend. It's already at $600 million. I mean, look at that right there. So, I mean, it was a $150 million budget. Regardless of that drop from weekend to weekend, it doesn't matter. This movie blew up. Like, yeah, there's a reason why it made that big of a drop is because it blew up during the Thanksgiving weekend. And you already know, obviously, the third one's already being written. It probably already was written, but yeah, this movie's just blowing up right now. Wicked continues to do well too. It's almost at $500 million. 322.1. It's kind of interesting how the domestic is 70.4% and the international is only 29.6. That is interesting. Something tells, is it released in China? I don't think it is, right? Because one of the leads is gay and there's gay stuff in there. And China doesn't really like that. China. Don't they not like that or something like that? Did they release it in China? Who knows? China's weird when it comes to what they ask for when it comes to these movies. And of course, you have Gladiator 2. It's sitting at 368.5 right there. So I don't think Gladiator 2 is going to make its money back. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. If it gets to $400 million, I think it still needs some work because of how much it cost. I mean, I heard that budget got really inflated, so I don't know. But yeah, then you got Y2K, $2 million, 2.1. Werewolves, $1 million. I heard Werewolves was a pretty fun time. Also, Y2K seemed like it was a fun time too. The real question is how Kraven will do this weekend. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of curious. You never know. I think it might. Moana 2 made 51.3. So it's going to drop a little bit more. Moana 2 will probably make, in the mid-20s, maybe 30. I don't know. It might make the mid-20s. Who knows? Maybe Kraven will get an audience. I don't know. Probably not. I haven't bought my tickets yet. I think I could probably buy my tickets, as soon as I get to the movie theater. I don't think I have to worry about tickets. But it's so funny because sorry. It's so funny because you could see the drops, not just the Moana 2 drop at 63.3, but Wicked was 51.1, Gladiator 2 was 59.5. So it's just because that big Thanksgiving weekend, everybody went to the movies, and then this past weekend, nobody really did. I mean, people still did, but not a lot of people. So that's why there's such a significant drop. And then Red One, speaking of Red One, Smart, and I had a feeling they'd be smart, but Red One's actually going to be showing up on Amazon Prime, I think like this week. Smart, because that movie didn't do all that great at the box office. $164.6 million. Yeah, no bueno right there. And apparently, $250 million plus budget possibly. But yeah, you throw that thing on Prime for the Christmas season, there's so many people are going to watch that movie. So many people. So, anyways. All right. So we have the Golden Globes, and my God, the Golden Globes are just the awards season altogether. We had a bad feeling. About this. We were all hoping, but at the same time, the releasing of, Dune Part 2 being so early in the year, a lot of us got to fear that, if it's released so early in the year, maybe it's only going to get those technical nominations as it normally does. And sadly, for most of it, yes, it did. And I just was like, Jesus Christ, not even Mr. Villeneuve, Mr. Denny, got nominated for Best Director. Now, Dune Part 2 did get nominated for Best Picture. Damn well should have, god damn it. But what the hell, man? You're not going to nominate him and no acting, no nothing? It's just that. And it's just frustrating. Anyways, so let's go through some of this right here. So obviously we got television series, all this stuff. Shogun, and, one of these two would probably win all that. I don't know. Of course, you got all the other ones. And I always forget that Golden Globes has drama and then, of course, musical and comedy. So obviously the normal ones are right there. Anthology series. Of course, there's the Penguin. Take it easy, sweetheart. It better freaking win. Although I haven't seen any of the other shows. So, but the Penguin's right there, of course, got nominated. And then when it comes to Best Actor performance in a television series, we got all these right here. Like I said, I've only seen Shogun, to be honest. And then actress, yeah, I've only seen Shogun. Let's see. I'm sure Kathy Bates is probably going to end up winning that one because it's supposed to be her last role. Would not be surprised. And then, of course, musical comedy. You got all these guys right here. I hear Shrinking is really good. Keep hearing good things about that. And then, of course, Only Murders in the Building. I still got to watch that as well. And then, of course, hey, Catherine Hahn, Agatha, she got nominated. So that's pretty sweet. But then, of course, she got supporting. Yes, she got the supporting. And then, of course, the anthology series. Hell yeah, Colin Farrell was going to get nominated. There it is. I mean, of course, I haven't seen any of the other shows. But, I mean, come on. You just look at that performance and all the prosthetic work and everything. I'm just like, of course I'm going to be rooting for him. And then, of course, our girl, Kristen Milioti, she also got nominated for Sophia. So, and I haven't seen any of these either. I got to watch more TV, guys. More series. More streaming series, I guess. And then, of course, we got stand-up performances. That's pretty cool. I did watch Adam Sandler Love You. That was actually pretty good. I did watch that one. I haven't watched Jamie Foxx's new one yet. And then, of course, yes, Best Picture. So, yeah, Dune Part 2 did get nominated for Best Picture Drama. And, again, I have to start, I'm going to have to watch some of these others. I have not watched any of these other movies. I know The Brutalist. I've heard good things. A Complete Unknown. That's, of course, the Bob Dylan movie. Conclave. That looked pretty good. Nickel Boys. And then, of course, September 5. And then, of course, we have Best Picture Music Comedy. Haven't watched any of these either. So I got to watch these now, too. I've heard really good things about Honora. I've been kind of about Challengers. I've heard kind of bad things about Amelia Perez. And, of course, Substance, yes, and Wicked, and A Real Pain. I don't even know what A Real Pain is. It's just something my mom used to call me, when I was growing up. Anyways. And then, of course, you got Animated, Moana 2, and all that stuff. And sadly, the animated movie I did watch, that came out this year that I actually enjoyed was Transformers 1, but it really just didn't do all that much. But yeah, look at this. Best Director Motion Picture. No Denny. They thought Denny didn't do a good job. Didn't do a good enough job, huh? All right. Well, whatever. But yeah, I got some movies I got to watch before all these awards, before award season really kicks into gear. We got Timothée Chalamet. He got nominated for his role in that. And then we got Sebastian Stan. He got nominated for 2 different roles. So this is a first as well. He got nominated for Trump. That's right. The Apprentice. And he also got nominated for The Elephant Man, A Different Man. So Sebastian Stan got nominated for 2 different categories for 2 different roles. You don't see that too much. And Pamela Anderson got nominated, which is really cool. She's making a resurgence right now. Pamela Anderson coming back. So, yeah. So, there you go. There's all their nominations. Like I said, I got plenty of movies I got to watch. The only one I did watch was, of course, Gladiator 2 and Denzel nominated. Yeah. So, he did good. I don't know if he did. If I had to look at some of these other ones, maybe somebody else probably did better, but I don't know. Guy Pearce is in there. Oh, yeah, he's in The Brutalist. Cool. So. What's going on, Jose? Pretty sure Ayer burned the bridge with Gunn by doing this creature. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Word is he knows it's not happening with Gunn in charge. That's why he's going rogue. Ooh. Oh, someone's got the inside exclusive. Careful, Jose. That's privileged information. I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to Ayer, I want to see it. I would love to see it, you know. But, you know, it's an interesting time. But he might have to go full on rogue and just drop it somewhere in a bathroom. Oops. Because he does have a copy of it. It's just not fully finished. And, yeah, I'm just kind of... Jose's not even holding back right now. But, yeah, it's just... yeah, I think that's part of the reason why. It could be part of the reason why he decided to just go like fully rogue about it, because he doesn't think it's going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's actually going to do that thing where he just something gets leaked online, you know, drops it off somewhere in a flash drive. Could be just go scorched earth. I don't know. But then at the same time, he could get sued. He gets sued, and it's a Warner Brothers movie. He probably wouldn't end up working with Warner Brothers again if something like that happened, but I don't know. I don't know if if some people contacted him or whatever. Who knows? I mean, there are things out there, and I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it more on Wednesday or something like that. But yeah, he could be going. Yeah, it could very well be a scorched earth kind of thing. You just say an F it, but I don't know. I guess we'll see, guys. We'll see. It's just, that's what sucks about all this. You just wish that, oh yeah, you could just put it out there, but it's like, yeah, you just can't do that because he gets sued up the wazoo, as they called it, right? Anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you guys for spending some time with me. Kept it to an hour today. That's not too bad for a Monday show. Usually it's an hour and a half. We'll talk Venom 3 dropping on digital tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Like I said, on Wednesday, we're going to talk about AI, Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck. We'll, of course, do some DCU updates. We'll talk about Kraven the Hunter. Hopefully, the reviews will be out. Hopefully, they don't hold the reviews for Kraven until, like, the night before. So, hopefully, that happens. And, yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And thank you guys for spending some time with me right now. All right, guys. Love ya. Talk to you later.